Hello everyone, this is Stephen Balch, your instructor for Intro to Computer Applications at Ozarka College. Today what I'm going to do is give you a little bit of feedback on the Word Module 3 assignments that I finished grading last week, as well as the Word production exam that I finished grading over the weekend. And then I'm going to tell you what we've got coming up due for Excel Module 1. Alright? So the first thing is, like I said, I did finish grading the Word Module 3 assignments last week. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and look at your grades for those activities and the corresponding grading comments, and let me know if you have any questions. If I did have to count points off, like I normally do, I provided an explanation of what formatting that you didn't do or that you did incorrectly. And so I try to be pretty specific when I count points off. But if you have questions at all, just let me know and I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have. Overall, most of you did very well on the Word Module 3 assignments. And like I always tell you, I really appreciate the time and effort that you're putting into the class, and keep up the good work on that. Okay. The Word production exams, like I said, I did finish grading those over the weekend. So if you haven't looked at your grade for your production exam, go ahead and do that as soon as possible. Let me know if you have any questions. Just like with the Word Module 3 assignments, most of you did very well on the production exam. Most of the errors were just minor formatting mistakes that you just overlooked, and that can happen. But basically, overall, most of you did extremely well on that Word production exam. So I was very pleased overall. So, like I said, keep up the good work on that. All right, so that brings us to what we've got coming up due for our next set of activities. So if we go to the activities page in my Ozarka, right now we're on week 6 of the semester, and there's nothing due this week, but there is work due early the following week. So just because there's nothing due this week doesn't mean that you should just take this week off. You need to be starting on Excel Module 1 and be working on that so that it doesn't, the due date early next week doesn't sneak up on you. All right. So Excel is a spreadsheet program. It allows us to keep track of and do calculations based on numerical data or financial data. We're mostly going to be looking at financial data with most of the assignments that we do in this class. But if you don't have a lot of experience with Excel, that's even more important to get started early on this first set of activities, because it will take some time to learn if you haven't already used Excel quite a bit. The thing to remember when working through the Excel assignments is make sure that you're actually entering the functions and formulas into the cells where it tells you to. It's not okay to just type in the totals or type in the calculated values, because that really defeats the whole purpose of learning how to use Excel. When we enter formulas and functions into the cells and learn how to do that properly, then what we do is we cut down on our time that's needed to update that worksheet later on. Because when we have our formulas and functions correct in the correct places in our worksheet, when we go to make changes to the data in the worksheet, the numerical data, it automatically will recalculate all of those formulas and functions for us. It will also recreate the charts that we've created based on those numbers. Whereas if you just type in the calculated values, the totals, then it's not going to recalculate. You're going to have to, re-enter those numbers every time. And that, again, defeats the whole purpose of learning how to use Excel. So my main point there is that the functions and formulas in Excel are a major portion of your grade for the Excel assignment. So don't skip over that. Make sure that you're actually following the instructions and entering the formulas and functions where it tells you to. Now, in this Excel Module 1, the main calculation you're going to be doing is totals. You're going to be using the sum button to get totals, but you will be doing some other calculations as well. So just kind of keep that in mind. Make sure that you check all your functions and formulas for accuracy before submitting your assignments. Also check all the formatting for your worksheets and your chart before you submit them. There are demonstration videos available, so if you go into, for example, Excel Module 1 Assignment 1, just like with the Word assignments, there are demonstration videos available here, okay, for that Assignment 1. And basically what I do in the demonstration videos here is I take you step by step through the process of entering all the data into the worksheet. You know, starting with the main title and the subtitle and the column titles, row titles, entering the numerical data, getting the totals using the sum button, entering the other functions or formulas that are necessary for the worksheet, and then creating the chart. So, like I said, if you haven't had much experience with Excel, I would highly recommend watching these demonstration videos, and there's basically two parts to it there. So watch those videos, and like I said, in the videos, I take you step by step through the process of creating that first assignment. And then once you do Assignment 1 and learn how to use the sum button, learn how to format the worksheet, and so forth, then you should be able to do assignments 2 and 3 based on what you've learned from Assignment 1. Okay? And just make sure that you're carefully reading through the instructions that I provided here. And just make sure, like I said, that you're following the instructions. Okay? And then, so in addition to Assignment 1, you've got Assignments 2 and 3, and then also the objective test. Those are all due by Monday of next week, which is October 2nd. All right, so you've got about a week to work on those. But again, don't wait until Monday of next week to get started, because you probably won't be able to get it all done. All right, so just kind of keep that in mind. And that's really all I have for you for today. So be working on those activities for Excel Module 1. And let me know if you have any questions as you're working on them. I'll be glad to answer any questions you have. Other than that, enjoy your week and your weekend, and I will talk to you sometime next week. Thank you.